Okay, our next topic is validation and substitution, but I will suggest you that we do new general ledger because if we do validation and substitution, so we will not be able to complete new general ledger, and when we do tomorrow, so this will affect our continuity. So I will try to finish new general ledger yeah, within this time. Okay, I have got a PDF open, which I have already sent you. That's the fourth PDF. And okay, it's a little introduction about new general ledger accounting. Basically, new general ledger accounting is a new interface, and you can use this interface from the very first day of your implementation. The ledger is different. Yeah, the leading ledger is different. The tables are different from the classic general ledger. But the implementation which we have done so far, it doesn't mean that all of them will go in waste. No, we can still use that. Even you can say that even if you create or configure those settings in the classic general ledger and then later on use with the new general ledger, so you don't need to create them again. The examples can be fiscal year variant and the posting period variants, and some of other configuration like customer and vendors, we do not need to create them again if we have already created them in the classic general ledger. Uh, Now, possibilities with new general ledger accounting. The first one is the segment reporting, which is the recommendation by IAS and IFRS, the International Financial Reporting Standards. They recommend that now every company has to create segment reporting. Now in SAP, in before new general ledger accounting, every application was creating its own reports like MMST, CO, FI, and it was a very long way to. It was very uh, much work to do, to have reports from every individual modules. Now with the new general ledger accounting, they you have to spend a very short limited time, very short time, and then you can have reports from you can have one report in which you can see the transactions and figures from other modules as well. So that is one of the benefit to use new general ledger accounting. So and that report you can create segment reporting, legal and management reporting, transparency and consistency in the reports. Basically, new general ledger accounting, in short, you can say, is used for good reporting. Is used for reporting. It's like a reporting tool, basically. And also, you can have simple representation of parallel accounting. New general ledger means that you can create your own ledger. Yeah, on it's called sub ledger. Yeah, leading ledger is remains the one. Leading ledger will remain the one. You cannot create a leading ledger, but you can create sub ledgers by creating new entry button. And you can have ledgers in different currencies as well. For example, one ledger can be in GBP, second can be in euros, third can be in United States dollar. So with that, you can have the simple representation of parallel accounting, and you can control which element or object has to be updated in each ledger. So in this way, you can reduce your work, and you can generate many reports with one single transaction. Okay, real-time integration, as I told you, that before new general ledger, real-time integration was not possible in CO and FI. Rather, there was a reconciliation ledger, and that was a very time-consuming job for the management to to run reconciliation ledger in the end of the month. Now we don't need reconciliation ledger when we can have real-time integration between CO and FI. So at the same time, when you post the data, so general ledger accounts are also updated. Okay, and cost centers, profit centers can also be updated. So reconciliation ledger is also one of the main features to use real-time integration. And financial reporting using any characteristics. Document splitting, okay, besides uh, we will see as you have seen like segment reporting, yeah, one benefit. Second, real-time integration, second benefit. Then document splitting is the third main benefit, and the parallel accounting is another benefit, and accelerating period and closing because of the real-time integration. Standard enhancement and extensibility means that you can use profit center, business areas, and segments, cost centers. You can enhance their functionality. How you can do that, we will see this after the configuration. We will see how does that work. Probably theoretically you will not be understanding, but practically you will understand how you can enhance that and use them. Like custom fields as well means that six of the objects SAP has provided you. But if you want more, so you can enhance by creating the customer fields. What is that? I will show you in the system. Okay. Okay. New general ledger accounting, one component, lots of function. As you can see, this is the classic general ledger, FI classic, legal requirements, cost of sales ledger, reconciliation ledger, profit center accounting, special purpose ledger, and all of them you have in one new general ledger accounting, a consistent world. Okay, prior to my SAP ERP, SAP customers have to install and operate many different components to meet international requirements and standards as completely as possible. In fact, the situation is worsening because more and more service providers in the public sector, insurance, and media sectors, for example, are demanding balance sheets based on additional criteria such as grant, fund, or industry. Of course, the increasing importance of IAS, IFRS as accounting principles is also heightening the need for improved quality and modeling of segment reporting. We will see this segment reporting as well. Furthermore, a unified solution would undoubtedly also be a bonus for tackling issues such as fast close and Sarbanes-Oxley. Overview of the totals table when the classic components are used. Now, totals table, when you configure something in SAP, a table is created in the background, and that table is made of the ABAP programming. So this is what exactly totals table means, that there is one table which will give you the total totals of all the table. Yeah, that will be the totals of all the table, and that will be the that we will see in the configuration. Okay, classic FI, the ledger is GLT0. Yeah, that's the ledger, GLT0. Cost of sales ledger is GLFUNCT. Reconciliation ledger is COFIT, and profit center ledger is GLPCT. Now you don't need these ledgers because you will be working only on one ledger, but you can use the functionalities of all of them into that ledger. Benefits of new general ledger accounting. New general ledger accounting in my SAP has the following advantages compared to classic general ledger accounting, such as in R3 Enterprise, new general ledger accounting has an extended data structure in the standard delivery. Customer fields can also be added to the general ledger, where with real-time document splitting balance sheet can be created for entities such as segment. You can run a real-time reconciliation of management accounting and financial accounting. There is the real-time integration with controlling. This renders time-consuming reconciliation tasks obsolete. New general ledger accounting makes it possible to manage multiple ledgers. Okay, as I told you, multiple ledgers mean you can create sub ledgers as many as you want. This is one of the possible ways of portraying parallel accounting in the SAP system. Parallel accounting, as it told you, like one ledger in GBP, second is United States dollar, and third is in euro. In case if there is a company belong to Germany, but it is working in England, so now they want parallel accounting activated. So that is possible through new general ledger accounting. And SAP recommends the new customers that they must use the new general ledger accounting. If they don't want to use the new general ledger accounting, then they have to call SAP company and tell them. Then SAP will help them uh, not to activate the new general ledger, but by default, when the company implements SAP, so new general ledger is activated by default. But for example, if the new general ledger is not activated, yeah, so you can activate them by using this menu path SPRO, SAP reference IMG, financial accounting. Okay, you have two folders: financial accounting new, financial accounting, that's the old one, yeah, in which we configured everything. So but in order to activate new general ledger, you have to go into this folder, not into the new one, but go into the classic one. Click on that, click on financial accounting global settings, and you have the option here, activate new general ledger accounting. By default this will be activated. Yeah, new general ledger accounting is active. Now suppose if it is not active, yeah, we will activate it. But after activation, what will be the impact? The impact will be that these menu paths will be created, new menu paths after activation. Now you will not see these menu paths because, as I told you, that in the standard system new general ledger is activated by default. But if you have activated, then you can see the new menu paths. And the new menu paths, now you can only recognize the new menu paths by looking at this picture, that what has been activated: ledgers, global parameters, document, and general ledger accounting new, master data, business transactions, planning, periodic processing. So all of them actually are created when you activate the new general ledger. Okay, okay, now second thing is okay, now I will take you to the configuration screen where we can create our ledgers. Click on ledgers and click on ledger button. Yeah, now I am in the folder financial accounting new, financial accounting global settings new, ledgers, ledger, and the first step is define ledgers for general ledger accounting. Execute. As you can see, this is the leading ledger. Leading ledger will always be the same. This is the leading ledger, okay, which is 0L. Yeah, you cannot create another leading ledger because leading ledger will be the only one, but you can create sub ledgers. Okay, so 0L is the leading ledger, and you can create your own ledger by click on new entry button. So suppose our company name is TS01, so we can create T1 and we'll give the name new general ledger TS01. Total stable, as I told you, if you click on this button, total stable are is Fagel Flexd. Yeah, FA means financial accounting, GL means general ledger, Flex means flexible, T means stable. Okay, so this is the total stable. Now how can you understand the table, what is actually into this table? Okay, as you can see that provides you the same option. Now this is the database of the table, total stable. Now how can you see this in the system? If you click on new entry and go to the transaction SE12, SE12, which is a transaction to see the database table, and click on view, and right here Faggle, uh, click here Faggle flex, and then put the star sign. If you will put the star sign, you can see all the tables which belongs to the same category, and click on display. Now these are all the tables, yeah. One is Faggle Flex 00 transaction attribute, second is technical fields, third is main account, assignment, SAP additional, customer additional. So these are all the tables, yeah. But the totals of all these tables is only one, Faggle Flex T, general ledger totals. Okay, the other tables are belong to the specific category, but Faggle Flex T is the one which keeps the totals record. So you have to choose this table. If you double click on that Faggle Flex T and now display, so these are the fields, yeah. And in the table, as you can see, cost element, cost center, profit center, functional area, these are the fields which you can enhance, yeah. You can use these fields, uh, use their enhancement and extensive functionality, which is not possible in the classic general ledger, but this is only possible in the new general ledger accounting. If you go further down, so you can see you have here version, you have a cost element here, you have profit center, cost center, business area, controlling area, segment for segmental reporting. All of them is here, which you can also see in the same picture. Okay, this is the overview of the totals table. Also you can create your own table, yeah. You will have a new entry button here. I don't have the access, yeah, because I need the access key, because you must be a developer, like a programmer, because in the companies, functional consultants may not have the access in the programming screen where they can actually program the, it is people who know the programming language, a BAPR, yeah. So they have got the access. So you can ask the access key from the management, and if you have one, so then you can have new entry button and you can enter new fields if you want to use them with new general ledger accounting. Further, if you double click on that, so you can have the data type, length, decimal places, so all these settings you can change here. Again, you have a change button here, but you need authorization to do that. Okay. Okay, so that is the totals table which should be assigned with your new general ledger or sub ledger, and click on save button. So adding a ledger requires adjustment to be made. This is the warning. Continue and save in the customizing request. So similarly, by following the same menu path, you can have additional ledgers as much as you want. So just remember, our new general ledger is T1. Now click on, okay, one thing here, when you define the ledger, that ledger basically makes a ledger group, yeah. If you even click on define ledger group, so your ledger which you have just created, T1, is a ledger group as well. And further, you can select and click on ledger assignment, and have one and have, you can click on new entries and create further sub ledgers, yeah. This is the ledger, and this is the uh, representative ledger in group. Yeah, representative ledger will be the one, and you can have further sub ledgers which you can use with this ledger T1. So it's the same method, like you create a cost element and then you create cost element group. It's like a hierarchy basically. If you have got like more than one ledger, so then you can create a ledger group for all of them. Next is define currencies of leading ledger. If you execute this and go to position TS01, okay, if you double click on that, so now this is the standard setting. Okay, additional local currencies for company code. Now this setting has been copied from the company code 2000. Your first local currency is company code currency, okay, which is GBP, and your second local currency is euro, and the third local currency is United States dollar. But you can change them if you want. But if you have to change them, so then you need to change the settings if in the asset accounting, in the controlling, and also in the new general ledger accounting. So now your second local currency is euro and third is United States dollar. So you must be stick with these local currency. If you will try to change later on, so the system can give you the error. Okay, go back and click on define and activate non-leading ledgers. Non-leading means the one which we have created, that is non-leading ledger or sub ledger, you can say. Execute. So the one which we have created is non-leading ledger T1. Click on new entries and choose the company code TS01. The first currency cannot be changed, that's why you don't have the option to change the first local currency. The second one, if you click on this button, will be the group currency 30, and the third currency is the hard currency 40, and enter. Yeah, now this message is important in the context, just for information, that if your company is a productive company, for example it's a production client in which you are working, and you try to activate new general ledger on that, you cannot. Okay, you cannot activate. If you will try to activate, the whole system will be messed up. So SAP recommends, when the company, if the company is working on SAP for many years, yeah, if now they have to activate new general ledger, so it's like a project. Yeah, they have to consider this as a project to implement new general ledger accounting. It's not like they are going to activate one component. No, it's the same. If a company implements SAP from the very first day, from the beginning, as they were not using SAP before, so it's the same thing will happen if the company is using SAP for a long time, but they are not using new general ledger, but now they have decided to use new general ledger. So now they have to take this as a project, and it can take 3 to 6 months, and the whole migration will be done according to the same as it is done in the implementation of SAP system. Okay, so it's not that easy that if you activate new general ledger accounting while you are working in classic general ledger, classic SAP system, classical general ledger accounting in SAP. So is the ledger assigned to a company that is used productively? We say no. Okay, and then save. Go back, and next is assign scenarios. Now from the book we go to the next slide. What is a scenario definition? A scenario defined which fields are updated in the ledger, in the general ledger view during a posting from other application components. Scenarios provided by SAP: cost center update, preparation for consolidation, business area, profit center update, segmentation, cost of sales accounting. So these scenarios are provided by SAP. If, for example, you have to create more, then you have to create customer fields. Yeah, if you want to use further scenarios or components and enhance their functionality, so you have to create customer fields for them. Okay, now we will go back, assign scenarios and customer fields to ledgers. Okay, if you click on that, and go to position, your ledger is T1. Select it and click on scenarios. At the moment you can see that with your ledger there is no scenario. Click on new entries and choose that scenario which you want to use with your company. If you want to activate all of them, it's no problem, you can do that. So how we will use these scenarios, I will explain you step by step, because at this point if I will try to explain you will not understand, but I will explain you through practical practice, doing practical. Okay, click on preparation, so activate all these scenarios. But I will tell you like the scenarios which will be update with our with our implementation and configuration for new GL will be cost center, business area, profit center, and segmentation. So we will see these four scenarios, how they actually help in segment reporting, in creating segment reporting. Okay, click on profit center update, segmentation, cost of sales accounting. Okay, continue. That's just a warning. We will see cost of sales accounting is activated, because this is good if you are working thoroughly on the controlling module. Now this is the customer field options. If you click on that, so now here you can create the fields which you if you click on new entries and click on receiver fields, so you have further option. At the moment there is no values found, but in case if your company's requirement is to create customer fields, so you can do that by following this menu path. First you have to go to the fields, click on standard fields, click on customer fields and edit coding block. Execute, execute. Now click on the SAP standard account assignment. So now these are the fields. Yeah, as you can see, grant, fund, functional area. These were the fields which were not in the scenario. Now if you want to work any of these fields which you want to extend them, yeah, sales order, so you can use this functionality, yeah, this coding block fields, and can adopt them. And but you have to include these fields in totals table. Yeah, you must have an access, for example Faggle Flex T. Yeah, you must have to add these fields into the Faggle Flex T. It's taking time, just system is thinking, I guess. System is thinking nobody has been ever on this screen before. Actually, that is the information we don't need to configure. Okay, so now we are in the field name. If you have to add any fields, click on customer fields. Yeah, the customer fields, you have business partner, distribution channel. So you can add the business fields on this screen. So for example, you can click business partners, and further you can use product group and can save it. Okay, you can add them here. You have to actually create a new request, but that's all right. Okay, now again you need the access, yeah, access key to do that, yeah. So the idea is just to explain you that you can add the fields, yeah. Also you have additional fields as well, yeah, which you can add them, yeah, further. Fund, grant, yeah. From where this screen is coming from, I showed you the first one, yeah, the tables, yeah. These were added on that table, that's why you can see these fields now on this screen. After you enhance, uh, add them and then do customer enhancement, then you can assign the customer fields in the same screen where you assigned the scenarios. SAP has given you the 6 scenarios to work with, but if you have to add more, so you can do through this add customer field, then uh, go to the assign scenario and customer fields to ledger, and then add them, yeah, add them in this folder. Okay, now the next is activate cost of sales accounting. You have to make sure that cost of sales accounting is activated. Okay, fiscal year and posting periods will be the same, yeah, as we have already created them in the classic general ledger, so we can still use the same fiscal year and posting periods. That will not be changed, yeah. So cost of sales accounting by default it will be active, yeah. Cost of sales accounting is active. Okay, so fiscal year and posting periods will be the same as you have the options in the classic general ledger. You don't need to change them. Okay, parallel accounting, if you click on this button, so define accounting principles. If you execute this, so you will see you have already some accounting principles which you have to actually assign. Yeah, local GAAP, you have international accounting standards, you have US GAAP, you have international accounting standards, again local GAAP. So these 7 of them are the standard one. You can find them on any SAP system. These are the accounting principles which you have to assign with the ledger groups. Okay, with the ledger groups, how you can do that? You can click on new entry, and you can assign the accounting group. Let's say we want to choose local GAAP, so choose this, and target one is T1. Okay, you are by default you are already using, yeah. Okay, so your leading ledger is using the accounting principle 01. So if for example click on new entry and try 60. Okay, the good idea is to uh, change from here T1. Okay, and then save it. So you are using international accounting standards. Okay, real-time integration of controlling, we will see that once we finish. Okay, we will see that. We can see that now. It's no problem if we click on real-time integration, and you have to define variants for real-time integration. If you execute it, and as you can see, there are default variants. For example, 0005. If you double click on that, so variants for real-time integration, CO with FI, real-time integration active, account determination active. Okay, cross company code, cross business area, cross profit center, cross segment, cross functional area. How you would like to integrate CO with FI. Selection of document lines for real-time integration. We haven't on the screen. We are just defining the variants. The GL accounts will be defined in the other screen, not on this screen. It is just to define the variant, what you have to activate, and how the integration will be done real time. So you can copy the standard variant and choose the 4-digit alphanumeric key, and change the date. Okay, and choose cross business area, cross segment, and cross grant. You can cross all of them, enter, and then save it. Now you have to assign this variant to your company code. Assign variants for real-time integration, execute. Go to new entries, and your company is TS01, variant is TS01. Our company TS01, yeah. Okay, we have to tick this button. Yeah, company code validation. Yeah, that was the missing in the configuration. That's why we were having this error. Okay, we will activate the reconciliation ledger, and okay, I will come back on this point because it is the integration, and that is the topic we have to do later on, reintegration between FICO, MM and ST. Okay, so leave this point here, and now after creating the ledgers, I will show you what is entry view and general ledger view. If you display a document, FB03 is the transaction, so let's display a document, company code TS01 2013. This is the data entry view. Okay, this is the data entry view, and if you click on that, this will be a general ledger view. In the general ledger view, the only difference is you can see the customer reconciliation account, and again you will see in the entry view, you can see the customer name. But now this is very important for the new general ledger accounting. uh, Definition: entry view is view of how a document also appears in the sub ledger views. General ledger view of how a document appears in the general ledger. So we will be using this functionality later on, and we will see the benefits to use it. uh, okay, next configuration is go to the general ledger accounting, click on that, go to business transaction, and click on document splitting. Now before we start doing business transaction and document splitting, we have to define the segments for segment reporting. Click on SPRO and go to SAP reference IMG, and click on enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting, and click on define segment. If you execute this button, okay, and click on new entries, now we will create three segments. Yeah, let's say segment chocolate. Okay, okay, let's say not chocolate, electricity. Segment electricity, TS01, TS1. The next one you can say segment water. Third one is segment gas. So you have defined three segments. Okay, how the segment is derived, I have already told you when I did controlling module how segments are derived. Do you remember? Okay, segments are derived from the profit center. Yeah, we assigned the segment to the profit center. But you can also uh, you can also, if you have the options here, if you go to the tools and click on customer enhancement, so you have to enhance, it's called user exit. Yeah, probably you have heard about user exit. So you have to enhance the okay, not this one. Yeah, it's tools, this one. Customer enhancement, business segment derivation. Okay, now derive segment, you have to do programming in order to derive segment. Yeah, and this will be done with the help of the ABAPer programmer. Yeah, this is just an option that you can actually, if you do not want to use profit center or cost center, if you just want to use the segment straight away, then you can derive segment directly, but you have to enhance the system for that. Now we will derive the segment from the profit center because we have assigned profit center as our scenario. We can do that, but we have to create a profit center. Create a new session and create a profit center. You already know about how to create profit center, so we will be using the same methods to create the profit center. Go to master data. I like, as I told you, I'd like to create profit center through within the standard hierarchy, but you can have the option by creating the individual profit center as well. But it's the best practice is to create a profit center within the hierarchy. Click on company general and click on utilities. Yeah, okay, I have already no, not this one. We have to choose our controlling area, TS01. Okay, I have to create profit center under company general and then administration. So you can have under administration, you can have utilities. If you click on and click on create group same levels, and you can have utilities. And further you can have three profit centers: electricity, water and gas. You can use the naming convention to create profit center. Okay, PDS01, CPL01A. This is electricity. Segment, yeah, the segment which we have created. Electricity. Okay, enter. The second one is water. This is also be helping because, as I told you, new general ledger accounting creates the segment reporting. So basically we are doing we have got two targets now: segment reporting and document splitting. Water. third one is gas. Yeah. Enter and then activate them by click on this button. And then save it. Now you can post directly to the profit center. Yeah. Um, but I believe that then you will have to change the indicators. Not the yeah, you have to change actually some settings here. Now, what is the easy way to derive the profit center? How we can, like, you told me, okay, segments are derived from the profit center. Now, how profit centers are derived? Very straightforward way. Which is a straightforward way to derive the profit center? I don't want to post directly to the profit center. I know how I can do that, but if, for example, I don't want, I want that, okay, there should be another object as well. So what is that? Cost center, yeah, yeah, exactly, yeah, yeah. Segment with profit center, then profit center with account cost center. So change the, okay, that's the our controlling area, and click on administration and you click on utilities. You already have got this group, so create a cost center. One TS01 A, you can say C A, okay, EL01 electricity. Choose the cost center category. We choose administration. Go to organization and choose the business area. So business area will be giraffe TS02, and now assign the profit center. Click on that. Electricity. The second is gas. Cost center category 4 administration, and business center will be giraffe. Profit center, click on that and choose gas. Okay, water. Yeah, I believe that water was the second one. Yeah. Okay. Okay, no problem. So yeah, that's right. Now choose the profit center. You don't need to activate them because when you save, it will be activated itself. Okay, now how cost center is linked to GFI, like GL account. What is the link between the general ledger and the cost center? Cost element, yeah. Cost element carries the cost, cost center records the cost. That's the very short definition. Cost element carries the cost from where? GL account. So cost element carries the cost from the GL account, and then cost center records the cost. So as we have already configured the system that when we create the GL account, cost element should be created automatically. Yeah, that's the setting we have done. So we will create the GL account and the cost center will be activated automatically. So choose FS00 and create the cost GL account. So let's say 5501. Create account group expenses, profit and loss, short text. And one thing I tell you that new general ledger accounting is very good for the accounts payable. Yeah, that's why I am choosing this expenses function. Most of the businesses use the new general ledger accounting functionality for the expensive side, like accounts payable side. So choose electricity. Group account number. Also, new general ledger is very good for consolidation reports. Click on that and choose electricity. Not this one, because this is the GL account number in company code. You need to go to the chart of accounts, CONS. Heating and electricity expense, go to the control data and choose the tax category. Tax category we will be using here only input tax allowed. Select this, click on line item display, sort key 001, create bank or interest, field status group will be G004, cost accounts. And now when you save it, cost element will be created automatically. So now click on edit cost element and you will notice the cost element has been created automatically. Now go to the default account assignment and assign the cost center. Click on that and assign the cost center for which is for electricity. So it's like a chain, yeah, you can feel it's a chain which you have created. So now 5502 with the template of 5501 TS01, the second one is water. Choose the group account number. And then save it. Click on edit cost element, go to the default account assignment and choose the cost center for water. $5503 with the template of 5501 and change the text gas. Go to the edit cost element, default account assignment, click on cost center. And then save it. Now after this you have to go back to the new GL configuration and you were in the document splitting. Yeah, click on general ledger accounting, go to the business transaction and click on document splitting. The first option is classify GL accounts for document splitting. If you execute this button and verify the chart of accounts, continue. So click on new entries. Now you have to classify those accounts which you want to split. If any account will not be here, you will not be able to split the document. So execute. Okay, and choose all these accounts. For example, 1000 to 1010. Now choose the category. You can, if you have the proper category, you can choose that, otherwise choose balance sheet account. So you have to put all those accounts into the categories which SAP has provided you. Okay, for example, you have tax account 1200. It's better if you open a screen with the chart of accounts. F.10 chart of account TS01, execute, and you will have the full list of all the chart of accounts in front. Okay, the second one is 1099. This is also balance sheet accounts. Choose it. And the second one is 1100 bank account. You can choose the same. For 1201, that is tax account, so you will have a tax category, taxes on sales or purchases. So choose this category. And next one is 2201. Use the same category, taxes on sales or purchase. 1500 to 1510, which is a reconciliation account. So click on that and choose customer. Choose customer only. Yeah, do not use 1510 because you have a option for 1510 special GL. If you click on that, and you can see you have option customer special GL transaction. Okay, click on 2500 and choose vendor. Okay, the next one is, okay, we do not need to split this retained earnings account. Now proceed to purchase account. So you can give the range 5000 to 5900. 5000 to 5999 is your expense account. Enter. And 6000 to 6999 is your revenue account. Okay, you can have further, for you have cash discount. If you wanna be more specific, then you don't have to include the full range. You can choose here 5850 and 6850. So and then you can choose here 5900 and 6900, which is your cash discount expense. So there is a category for cash discount, so you can put these accounts into cash discount. 6900. Okay, similarly, there are some asset accounts as well, which you can notice there's a big list of 1301 to 1350. Yeah, so you can put them into asset category 1350. Click on that, so you will have the asset accounts. Accumulated depreciation 1750. You can also keep them in the asset category and save. So you can be further specific. For example, in this expense accounts, you also have some loss accounts or profits account which you can categorize them. But if you have chosen expense, it's not gonna do anything wrong. Okay, save it, and you that's how you classify the GL accounts for document splitting. Classify document types. If you execute that, document types will be the same, no difference. Yeah, the only thing is which is new is the transaction and the variant. Transaction means, for example, we are going to post a customer invoice. Our document type will be KR. So that's the transaction type which is used for vendor invoice 0300, and the variant will be standard 0001, which is the standard one. Yeah, so that's the setting by default which you don't need to change. Define zero balance clearing account. Now the concept is when the document will be splitted, so it doesn't mean the postings, you don't want the posting will be doubled as well into each account. So in order to avoid that, you must have to define a zero balance clearing account. Okay, it's a clearing account basically. So you have to define that. If you execute this button, so at okay, select this. Yeah, it's account key 000, standard account for zero balance, debit key 40, credit 50, and click on accounts PS01. At the moment there is no GL account, so you have to create one. Go to FS00 and let's say 1900. Create account group, assets, balance sheet account, zero balance clearing account. Okay, you can choose this account. Control data, and for clearing account we use open item management, oh no, line item display sort key 001, and create bank or interest. Click on that and you can choose, general. Okay, and then save it. Okay, now click on new entries and define this 1900. Now before I define and save it, so I want to show you one thing. If you in the classify GL accounts, you have this category zero balance posting. Yeah, you cannot be able to give this category to any account because you can't do that. Even if you try to give, you always have the error, the item key is not permitted, because item key zero balance has to be created separately the way I am creating this. So automatically the system will come to know that that's a zero balance clearing account which you have done. So for this account you don't need to classify for document splitting, because the system will automatically determine this. And save it, because next time whenever you have to create a new account, if you are new document splitting option, you must have to classify GL accounts. Every time you create an account, you come on this screen and then classify. If you will not do that, you will not be able to post anything and will have a lot of errors. Define document splitting characteristics for general ledger accounting. Execute it and you will notice the three fields are automatically picked up by the system: business area, profit center, and segment. If you want to create a new one, you can do that. uh, so these are the characteristics which will help. And if you want that these fields should work, you must have to first assign them in the scenario option. We have already assigned scenario with these op fields, yeah, business area, profit center, and segment. So we can work with them. Now we can activate document splitting. Okay, we don't need document splitting characteristic for controlling. Activate document splitting. If we execute this button, okay, first you have to understand the how the documents will be splitting. Document splitting, the method which will be used is the 00012. If you click on this button, so 00012 means same as 002. What is 002? Customer, vendor, tax, money, company code, clearing. Yeah, so these, if the transactions are related to them, so these will be splitting. Okay, that is the first method. Okay, level of detail is inheritance. uh, what is the original transaction, that will remain the same. Okay, that will not be affected. It doesn't like that will be doubled or that will be more. Like they will be the same, only the figures will be assigned to each document individually, and the method which will be used is the 00012. Splitting same as cost, the same as 0002. If you double click on deactivation per company code and go to position, company code is TS01. This at the moment document splitting is inactive. Yeah, you can tick this button and then click on save. Okay, define the commitment, define this field. Now this commitment and this field belongs to the controlling module. Yeah, so you don't want to define them. Yeah, you want the document splitting should be activated without them. Yeah, so now if you want to do that, then you have to go to the another transaction code, and that is go to SE16, which is a BAP transaction code, and try here fee faggle be active split. Okay, I think it was different. SM30. Yeah, yeah. VFaggle Split Act. That is the name. VFaggle Split Act, and click on Maintain button. If you click on Maintain button, okay, I have to come out from this screen. Yeah, come out from this screen if I want to maintain. Now you will have a similar screen, deactivation of document splitting, but you approach this screen through a different transaction. Now go to TS01 and uncheck inactive button and click on save. Now document splitting is activated. Okay, so now we have to see the outcome of all this configuration. Yeah, what we have done so far. So go to the transaction FB60 vendor invoice and now post a vendor invoice. Click on the company code TS01 and click on vendor. Unilever, and give the date. Choose the company code and GL account. Click on that and choose the GL account. uh, yeah, 5501 electricity. Now electricity bill is 12,000. Okay, what is the tax code? F9. Input tax, yeah? No, G9. G9, yeah. Next is 5502, and let's say the water bill is 7,000. G9 and 5503, it's 4,000. Gas, G9. So after giving this information, you can click on simulate. Okay, first delete this amount and then enter it again so that the balance can be 0. Okay, now click on simulate. So Unilever total, we have to pay 27,462. So that's electricity, water and gas, and input taxes 4,462. Now the scenario is that international financial reporting standard require, or international accounting standard require, that they want to see this tax allocation individually on each item. I mean segment by segment, yeah, segment by segment. They don't want to see the total tax. They are interested to see how much tax is on electricity, how much is on water, how much is on gas. They want to see that. They are interested into that. So first we post this document and click on document display. Go back and then click on display again. Um, okay, yeah. Now that document is there, yeah. So now they are interested. You can see cost center is there, yeah. Profit center is there. That's how they you can see them. You can see them, in the classic ledger, yeah. It's not a very big thing, yeah. You can also do that, but now in the scenarios, or for example you are using customer enhancement fields you have, so you want to use them, you want to use the enhanced functionality of business area, profit center and segment, yeah, which you have already chosen. Okay, you have already chosen. Now I will go back to the book again, and book is telling you the same steps which I have done, yeah. Book is there in segment option, which we have done long time ago, yeah. Segment, profit center. So also they are in segment. There are two types of split, yeah. Passive split and active split. Passive split is during clearing, for example the account assignment of the items to clear are inherited to the clearing line items. And active split is system splits document on the basis of document splitting rules. Document splitting rules can be configured. And third is clearing lines or zero balance formation. The system create a clearing line automatically to achieve a split. You can control this the process with the zero balance indicator. That's what we are using. We are using zero balance. Now I told you data entry view and general ledger view, yeah. When I click on general ledger view, documents should be splitted, and the tax allocation should be split on electricity, water and gas individually. So click on general ledger view and see the document split. Now you will see you have more items, yeah. This you can now see segment by segment, yeah. Electricity total 12,000, and input tax for that one is 2,328. Okay, the second one is gas, yeah. gas, and this one is 776 because gas is 4000. Yeah, so according to the 4000 the tax is 776, and water 1358, and what, because it's 7000. And how the amount was gone into the reconciliation account. For electricity, total is 14,328. You don't need to post separate invoices for electricity, water and gas when you can do document splitting. Then 4,776, and this is for water, this is for gas. So this is document splitting. Now where, how you can see the segment. Before I show you the segment reporting, you can also go to the environment and click on accounting documents. And I have already showed you that besides this accounting document, cost center and profit center documents are also created. So this is the accounting document which you can see. If you click on profit center document, you can see the profit center document. Okay, electricity, water and gas. Okay, this is a cost reducing revenue, and click on controlling document to see the cost center document, and that's the cost center document, and you can see cost centers. Okay, this is the actual data, not the plan data. And the special purpose ledger is also configured when you use the new general ledger accounting. So you can choose 0F. This is just used for reporting purposes. Yeah, this special purpose ledger is used for reporting purposes, and you can see the split of the documents in the special purpose ledger. And now you want to see the segment reporting. So in order to see that, go to the user screen, SAP easy access screen, click on financial accounting, click on general ledger reporting. No, information system, general ledger reports new. Yeah, new, click on that, and click on line items, open items, and receivables segment. Double click on that. Okay, now choose the company code TS01 and click on open items. This is a classic drill down report, and execute. Okay, TS01. Okay, this is the customer reconciliation. Double click on that, and double click on that, and click on Boots UK, and now click on Tesco. This is a drill down reporting. Yeah, oh, sorry, this is for customer. This, okay, this is receivables. I am in payables. Okay, click on vendor reconciliation, and you can see electricity, gas and water. Yeah, a separate reporting for segments has started for them. You can further double click them, and this is a drill down functionality that you can see the document number, year and one. And then if you click on this call up reports, so from here you can see the document display. So this is how you can achieve the segment reporting. Okay, so our next topic is validation and substitution, which I will prefer that we okay, I will try to do today. Yeah, I actually have to go at 7:30. Yeah. Validation and substitution, actually the concept is that if you have to, if the accountants have to post like 500 invoices and the manager wants that on the invoice there should be some data which should be validated. Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So validation means if you have to post a lot of invoices and the manager wants that there should be some data on the invoice which should be validated. Validated means that it should be a required entry, and at the same time you must have to fill the field with a specific value. Required entry means that the field is required, you can put any data and then continue, but validation means that you must have to give a certain value which is validated for the particular field, otherwise you cannot proceed. So that's the validation. You can uh, do the validation for the whole document, it is possible. I will give you one example. Yeah, now in my example, I say that when the vendor invoices, sorry, no, when the general ledger invoice is posted, yeah, general ledger invoice is posted, so with the cash document, GL account is, let's say we are withdrawing cash from the bank, and our cash account is going to be debited. Now the business scenario is manager wants that the business area, yeah, business area should be a required entry but with a certain value. You can go to the field status and change the field status for 1,000, it's not a big thing, but the thing is a business area, manager wants business area should be the specific one, so that no accountant can change that business area. So now business area should be Tesco giraffe, that's the business area. Yeah, if a person will try to TS03, so the document should give the error. Now in order, that's the business scenario I have told, but there can be other function as well. For example, you can change the preference, document header text, whatever you like, you can validate the data. But my scenario is that business scenario area, I'm going to validate a certain business area to post with the cash account. Okay, so I will go to the SPRO, SAP reference IMG, click on financial accounting, click on account, general ledger accounting, business transaction, no. Click on accounts receivable, accounts payable, business transaction, and incoming invoices or credit memos. Make and check document settings, and you have the option validation in accounting documents. Yeah, execute this. You can find this option in many places, it's not like it's only here. uh, Click on new entries, and your company code is TS01, call point. Click on call point. Now call point is the document structure. Yeah, document structure means, like as I told you, there are two levels, yeah, header and item. Yeah, and also your third option is complete document. Now business area, is business area in header or in line item? It's line item, yeah. This is the line item, yeah. So we will choose line item. Now validation, choose any name for the validation. You can choose here validation ds01, any name, and then double click on this field, double click on that, and you will have this message, create again, VL does not exist. Yes, you will have this screen, create validation. Okay, now click on this step, insert step. First change the name of the validation, validate business area. Now click on step, and under step you have three messages, three steps, three further. Prerequisite check message. Now validation step, choose here, assign validate business area to GL 1000, and then click on prerequisite, double click on that, and accounting document header, accounting document segment. So where business area, sorry, first we have to give the prerequisite. Prerequisite is the cash account, yeah, cash account is 1000, so that is a prerequisite. So account prerequisite 1000 will be in a header or in the segment. In the segment, yeah. Double click on that, and choose search for GL. Click on binoculars button and search GL. Okay, double click on that and click on equal to sign and click on constant. Now give the value which should be the constant one. So chart of account should be yours, TS01, and choose 1000. Continue. So that's a prerequisite. The GL account should be 1000. Now click on check button. In the check button, again double click on accounting document segment, find business area. Okay, now double click on that and equal sign and click on constant, and business area should be TS02 and continue. Okay, and now click on message. Okay, now click on maintain messages. Go down and look for the available space. Double click on the message 04 and give the message validate the business area with GL account 1000. Enter and tick this button, and then note down the message number 048. Save it, go back, and message number was 048. Enter, validate the business area with GL account 1000, and then save this validation rule. ABAP code generation, yeah. Go back and you can see this GL account should be 1000 and business area. This is a technical name of the field. Yeah. Go back and go back. Oops. Now you have created this validation. Now you have to activate it. Activation level. Click on that and click on 1 and save it. Now go and post the document. Go to FB50 and give the date and give the GL account 1100. 1100 is being credited with the amount 1000, and the business cash account is debited with the well, this is 1000, and when you press enter, you will have this warning or error. Validate the business area will GL account 1000. Yeah, continue, and now business area is a required entry. Now if I try to mention TS03, which is a wrong one, yeah, and try to enter again, I will have this error again and again. So validation means you must have to validate the correct data. So that's how you can make the, you can bound the accountants to enter the correct data. If you, even if you try to give the wrong information, so they will have the message, yeah, item 002 must be corrected. So you can choose here TS002, and now it's, you can simply post it. So it's you know, you can validate the whole document, yeah, complete document you can validate by using the, but it depends what is the requirement of the system. So you can play with the system, you can try different data to validate. Okay. Now the second is substitution. Okay. Substitution simply substitutes the value. Yeah, you don't have to worry about entering the information again and again. You can substitute the information. For example, my business scenario is when I post the customer invoices, or when I sell something, so my reference should be Tesco. Yeah, reference should be Tesco discount. Like for example, the information should be Tesco discount. So that's my reference should be. I don't have to waste my time to enter this reference again and again. Yeah, so I want that this reference should be substituted. And also I will document header text. Yeah, I want that in the document header text I say limited time offer. Yeah, so that's my scenario. So in order to substitute this, we go to financial accounting, accounts receivable and accounts payable, business transaction, incoming invoices, make and check document setting, and we have substitution in accounting documents. Execute it and create new entries. Company code TS01, call point. Now this time I will choose document header, call point, document header. So substitute, I will change here reference and document header text, and double click on that, create, yes, and you will be on this screen. Click on step. Now in validation you have three points, yeah, under the step: prerequisite, check, and message. In substitution you will have only two options. You will have prerequisite, and the next one will be substitute. Now choose on this screen. When you click step, this screen pop up. Now from on this screen you have to select which field you want to substitute. So I want to substitute document header text, and I want to substitute the reference field. Yeah, that's the field, reference. Continue, and the constant value, yes, constant value, yes, for both of them. Now you have two options: prerequisite, substitution. Okay, go first and click here the text substitute for reference and document header text. Click on prerequisite. Okay, click on accounting document segs header. Yeah, double click on that. Now you have to decide what is in the header, so that the substitute rule can recognize this document. Yeah, so you say this document type. Yeah, if the document type will be DR, so the substitution should be activated. So DR is the document type for the customer invoice. So from on this list choose the document type. Document type, yeah, double click on that, click on change, click on constant, and the document type should be KR. Continue. So if the document type will be KR, so substitution, click on that, tick document header, click reference and constant value. Document header I say limited time, limited offer, and reference I will say test code discount. And then save this. Now go back, and activate it. Select this and the activation level active, number 1, and then save it. Now post a customer invoice. Go to FP70, click on company code TS01 and choose the customer. Boots, invoice date 16, calculate tax, and amount is 4500 and F9. Okay, yeah. Okay, there can be some problem. No. Prerequisite is, oh sorry, KR, yeah. I choose KR, not the DR. Okay, that's the mistake. But anyway, KR is for the vendor invoice, yeah. So we will go to the FP60. Customer tax, calculate tax, and you will see discount has pop up here, and you can choose the tax G9, give the cost center, and click on that, click on simulate, and in the simulation reference document Desco discount and header text is limited offer, yeah, and then save it. Now that's the mistake that I did for KR. So what you can do, you can choose, click on that from cursor, delete from cursor, and now again constant and choose DR. Okay, and then enter. Okay, now try the customer invoice FP70, yeah, 16, and when you click on calculate tax, the reference field should be popped up automatically, yeah. So that's how you can substitute the values on the document. Okay, so you can be a programmer, yeah. So validation substitution, I have seen the students like this more than any other configuration. Okay. Our next topic will be integration of CO with FI, which we have to, and also cross company code transaction and integration that will also include the integration of CO with FI. So we will see that tomorrow. Okay, and these two topics will be finished easily tomorrow then. Okay, so yeah, so have a nice evening and see you tomorrow. Yeah, thank you, yeah, good night.